y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Musee Beauty Van Gogh palette. Now, it came to me like this. This is a Texas-based indie brand, so it came rather quickly. It retails for $28, and there were a couple of other things in the collection. I think a liquid lipstick and a lip gloss, but I didn't pick it up. And right after I purchased this, they released some cream blushes and some cream highlighters, but I didn't want to just order those by themselves. So the next time, if I like this palette, the next time they release something, I plan on picking those up as well. But as you can see, it has some of the background image from Van Gogh's Starry Night. So it is a Van Gogh inspired palette. So when you open her up, she has 9 shades. We have 4 shimmers and 5 mattes. And I love this kind of color story. Y'all know I am into the grungy colors. I cannot help it. So we're gonna put on our Minnie Mouse ears. These are some black and gold ones that came from Disneyland. And we're gonna swatch, and then we're going to test and put this on my eyes. This grungy color scheme just spoke to me. So the first shade we have is Night. Oh, that's a beautiful navy blue. Then we have Irises. That's really pretty. That is almost like a silvery periwinkle, like a metallic periwinkle. Sunflower. And Blossom. I like Blossom too. It's like a, we'll see. So there's Night, Irises, Sunflower, Blossom. Okay, so you kind of see with Blossom how it is like a navy base with a little bit of silver in it, so it gives it this really pretty sheen. It almost has like a teal kind of undertone to it as well. So I really like that color. Okay, then we have Cypress, which is an olive green. Starlight, oh, that's pretty. Arvers, I have no idea if I'm saying that right. It's A-U-V-E-R-S, because I can't speak proper English. And then Terrace, oh, that's beautiful. That is like a beautiful bronze. So we've got Cypress, Starlight, Arvers, Terrace. I really like that Terrace shade too. I don't know if I'm gonna do like one look with this, or we might do one and then wipe it away and do something else. And then that is Cypress. So as you can see, it is just a beautiful grungy palette, which I really like. And the eyeshadows feel really good on the skin. And I know this is probably later than other YouTubers, but I've got so many new palettes, it ain't even funny. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, we're gonna use our e.l.f. eye tapes like normal. Looks good. And I think what I want to do is I want to make this a really grungy green eye look. What's unusual about that? So I'm going to take, this is the BK Beauty 201, and we're going to go in first to the shade Sunflower. I think I'm going to use that as like my transition shade. And I did prime my eyes today. I used the Makeup by Mario Master Prime and Sets thing in the shade Light, because I need to order, I'm not out of my clean canvas eye base, but I'm running low, so I need to order some more. But I do need to test, I mean, I have so many other eye bases, I do need to test out some of the other ones as well. This is a beautiful yellow. And I have a lot of issues with yellows wanting to show up on my skin tone, but this is going on that perfect grungy mustard. I'm really liking this. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. There we go. Okay, I like that. I like that a whole lot. So, next I'm gonna grab, let me dust this brush off because it's still got a little green eyeshadow on it from the last time. This is the BK Beauty 202, and we're gonna go into the shade Cypress right here. So anyways, I love supporting small indie brands, y'all know this, and it's also really cool to find some that are in the great state of Texas. And I love the themes of the palettes. Like, they had another one that was the Impressionism palette. I didn't pick that up because it's so big, but I really think the color story is beautiful. But I really do prefer like a 9 to 12 pan is like my sweet spot for eyeshadows. And I'm trying to test as many as I possibly can. So we shall see. Okay, so that is definitely not pulling as army green as I thought it was going to. I mean, it's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's definitely pulling more of like that kind of Kelly green. So I'm just taking my BK Beauty 101 or 201 and going back over the edge, make sure everything's nice and soft, because that is important to me. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna dust off. I wanna make sure that has enough pigmentation. Okay, now I'm gonna dust off that 202 brush from BK Beauty, and no, I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna go into, this is the one brush by, the 01 brush by Refer, and we're gonna go into the shade Ors, which is like a really cool tone, deep brown. And we're just going to add this ever so slightly on the outer edge. Okay, that looks really pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my 201, lightly blend everything together. Okay, so now we're gonna do something I think a little bit unexpected. I want to put the shade Blossom all over the lid, which is that navy bluish kind of color. So we're gonna see how this goes, because I feel like that is one of the more unique colors in this palette. So I need my Too Faced glitter glue, which is right here. Just a couple of little dabs. And then this is the ColourPop E4, and I'm just gonna use that to spread it out. This is how I always do shimmers. I have the best luck when I do my shimmers this way. And I don't think it really, to me, matters what the formula of the shimmer is. This just works so well. My hair, I dyed it Sunday, so yesterday. So it hasn't been washed yet, so it's like so flat, because you know, whenever you dye your hair at home and you use the home conditioner, how it just kind of, it makes your hair super soft. That picked up really well. Oh, I like that. I think they're street racing on my street today, so. Oh, I really like how that came out. I was kind of a little concerned that this, you know, blue, green, yellow situation wasn't going to work out to my advantage, but I think that it is. Sometimes it's fun to really kind of play with your colors, you know what I mean, and try out different things that you typically wouldn't. I really like that. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my BK Beauty 201 and and kind of go over and make sure everything is blended together. Okay, that looks really, really pretty. Now I do think I'm gonna take that same E4 brush and we're gonna dip into the shade Iris right here. So it picks up nice on the brush. And just apply a tad bit of brightness right there in the center of the lid. See how that just adds a teeny bit of brightness for our grungy eye look. I really like how this is looking. Like a whole lot. Let me grab that Rephr. This is the Rephr 01 and we're gonna go into Orvers one more time just to make sure everything is nice and blended. And there we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm face palette in the shade Lovegasm, which is the deeper of the two. It looks like this. I mean, you can see I've actually gotten a lot of use out of it. You can't see the word anymore on the bronzer. But yeah, this is really good. I use it as my bronzer, blush, and highlight today. And then on my lips, I use the Juvia's Place So Rare and the Propa Beauty Finesse lipstick because that is like my favorite go-to nude. And then on my waterline, I did use the Marigold shade from the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christy collab. So now we're gonna go ahead and do something under the eyes. So I think what I'm going to start with is, this is the Rephr number 13. It is a teeny little brush and we're going to go into the shade Night because I want to pop just a little bit of that on the outer portion of my eye. So we're just going to slowly add, and then I'm going to dust this off so it's clean, and I'm going to go back and really make sure it's softly blended. Okay, that looks really pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take that same brush, I've cleaned it off, and we're going to go into the shade Cottage, which is that burnt orange kind of shade. See how we're just taking and layering that towards the front? That would be what you would consider a UT orange if you are from the state of Texas. You know, that's how we compare our colors a lot of times. So I think I'm going to take the shade Terrace, that shimmer, with on the edge of this brush and really use that on both of them a little bit lower to blend everything out. Okay, that looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to add some lower lash line mascara. I have a hair in my face. This is the Wander Beauty Mile High Club. This came in a boxy charm. And I like the size of this brush for doing my lower lash line. It is really good for that. So next up, I'm gonna grab, this is the Rephr 03. I love the size of this little brush for doing an inner corner highlight. So we're gonna go into the shade Starlight, which I think is the only color that is really light enough to be used as an inner corner for me. So we're gonna take and just build that up in the inner corner. See how pretty that looks? And that is like a shimmering lemon yellow. I think that works beautifully as an inner corner highlight. And you could very easily do like an all blue look with this palette. But I really like how that came out. Don't you think that looks really pretty? Okay, So let's talk about a new little indie brand from Texas. So Musee Beauty, this Van Gogh palette is gorgeous. Look at this look. I think it turned out so beautiful. The colors went together well. They didn't muddy up, which sometimes when you're mixing a lot of colors like I did, they can really muddy up. And I am super duper impressed with how this look came out. So I would definitely recommend it. I mean, it is a very affordable palette, and I think there are some beauty creators. I think Beauty Bean maybe has a code to save you some money. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this palette. I think it turned out beautiful. It's not a need, but you know me. I can't pass up a good grunge palette. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which for December is every single day. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.